How's it going, everybody? I wanted to play some chess today, which I've been doing quite a lot of, especially at work when I should be focusing. And I haven't uploaded a video in a long time, and I just kind of wanted to put myself back out there. I'm not very good at chess. I was rated above 1300, but, lost that. We're going to be starting off with e4 here. Hopefully we get to play 4-knight Scotch, which I learned from Daniel Naroditsky, rest in peace. He was a huge inspiration to me when I was learning how to play this game, because I started around at like 400 ELO. We're going to be playing Sicilian. I've been learning the Alapin. I've been studying that. And I don't know. I just wanted to try something different. So he's going to go with the move knight f6. I really had to look out where the squares were. I know this is the optimal move. This is the optimal move, or so is d4. I'm not really familiar with this line, even though I'm trying to study it. Been trying to study things. It's not going that great. I think the move is to push. I don't know, and if it's not, it's whatever, and then hopefully we'll get some type of big center. I know most of the Alapin strategy comes from just push with your pawns if you're able. And yeah, this seems like a no-brainer move. Playing 15-10 because I continuously lose a lot of my games on time, so not having to worry about flagging, it's always a plus. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and develop. And yeah, it's playing against a relatively high-level opponent. I'm stuck at a lower rating, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to castle. I think we're also going to castle. I'm just deciding where I would like to put my bishop, because if I go here, then he goes here, and it's kind of annoying. I suppose I could bring it back here. I don't see any reason to really overthink anything. Also, if I go here, this potentially opens up ideas of a Greek gift sacrifice, as long as as long as he moves these two things. Yeah, especially if he's just gonna castle. He has no real way to move his bishop yet, so he seems a little up behind in development. There's also ideas of possibly pushing a c-pawn. Then he would go, not knight here. I can't imagine he goes here. Yeah, he could actually. There's a lot of moves to be made. I don't see any reason not to just develop. We could castle first, which is probably the right play. Yeah, let's castle. And then next we're going to develop our knight. I know it's actually very common to go knight out to a3, a little sodium action, knight a3. I'm a chemical engineer, so obviously I'm partial to that. And then bring our knight over to, c4. Still learning where the pieces go. I actually bought a chess book, or I didn't buy it. I got it for Christmas, but it was on my wish list. And, hopefully I'll eventually start studying that. So this is a move. So he's opening up his bishop, but not really, because the bishop here doesn't really have much meat on the bone. If he goes here, I'm fine retaking. I don't necessarily have to either. Or with the pawn, I could take with the knight. I'd rather not. I see no reason to take here, bring his bishop to a better place for free. So we're actually going to ignore that. And we're going to go knight out to a3, which does look weird, but with prospects of going to c4 and having pretty good command of these squares. And then we'll obviously be able to develop our bishop to, I don't know, probably d2. Interesting. That's a very interesting move. Just really overextending his pawn. And, not that I quite want to open it up, but giving a lot of room for his bishop to move. Possibly expect something along the lines of, I don't know, bishop here, maybe? This is genuinely a very curious move. we're definitely way out of opening theory, I'd assume. You know, I imagine I'm a Sicilian player myself, but I don't see a lot of this. I could take en passant, but then that just opens up. I'm definitely not going to take en passant here, even though it's like, you know, it's always cool when you get the chance. Just I don't feel like giving him this that much of a center space, because what he would probably retake with the rook or the bishop. Either one is great, or even the knight possibly. I hate that. I'm just gonna bring my knight here. There's no reason not to. Actually, sees a reason not to. He goes here, and I just kind of eat shit, which is always possible. Except if he goes here, I could actually just bring my knight here, and I guess trade bishop for knight. It's not terrible, but you know, this knight isn't terrible. I'm using a lot of the same words here. So we're just gonna, yeah, he does force my hand here. There's no really other move. You know, I'll vaguely consider here, but then takes. It's not awful. It's just, I'd like to get rid of this dark square bishop. Like, that seems really good to me. And yeah, he's essentially forced to give it up. So I'll see what the engine says about this move afterwards. I'll pull up chesskit.com because I do not have a premium membership, and you know, maybe it'd be good to, but there's already a free resource online for virtually the same thing. I don't know. And then clearly the move is okay. Very interesting move. Obviously, he's gonna retake with the queen on the next move, which it's fine. Is there any reason not to just move here? None that I can see. I'm just gonna bring our bishop back, and then I don't know. We have a lot of ways to go about this. I imagine this gets pushed down. In a very interesting game. He's yet to develop either of these two pieces. I imagine knight is going to go here soon. We do have the bishop pair already. I just want a complete development. Not really a lot of great spots for bishop to go, which makes me, I'm partial to, like, sorry, I can't complete the thought. I wouldn't mind going, if I could find a way to open up this bishop and go to this space, this is actually really good. I'm kind of feeling an a4, just straight a4. He pushes, takes. Then I move the bishop somewhere. Actually, I hate that plan. That seems very short-sighted, and I don't love it. What if off rip, we just go for a little b3 push? Because obviously I need to open up the rook, or at least have eyes in here if I want my bishop to occupy this space. I don't know if I'm gonna cut out things in this video. Just a lot of moments where not much is happening, but that's chess, man. You gotta think. Starting new job soon. I'm really excited about that, actually. I'm gonna be working in a lab. I won't disclose specifically the company's name because that's not exactly what I want to hear. I'll open up this file. But finally getting my foot in the door in the chemical engineering business. Something I've really wanted to do for a long time, so I'm very, very happy about that. Speaking of very happy about that, this... I don't know what stops this move. Obviously he's going to move the queen out of the way, but just the only thing I'm considering is like rook here. And then, oh cool, you have the b file. It's like I know you want to open or access open files, but I mean, what do you do about this threat? If there's no response, I wouldn't exchange, and I finally free of dealing with my dark square bishop. But yeah, starting my job in less than 2 weeks now. I'm very, very excited, and hopefully it progresses into further career opportunities. Having my last day at my current minimum wage fast food job in 4 days, and you know it's gonna be cool being able to start moving on in life. He does move the rook, but again, I see no reason not to at least develop to this very nice square and just have this super nice diagonal. His queen is forced to move, or I guess not, but it's like, why? God, I cannot move. Why would you do either of these? And what do you know? Maybe he doesn't see it, which is wishful thinking, and not how you should play chess. Expected. Expected. Now I want to bring my queen in the game. It's between here and here. My only thing is, it goes here. Then I have to move the queen again, which I guess if here, then here. I take here, and let's calculate further. Knight out here. Your bishop's attacking me. And then I would go. Oh no! I'm sorry. Wait. In that, I would hang a piece there. I would hang my queen. If I go here, I just go here, or not there. Sorry, to the square. So I think I'm overthinking things. You know, it's like I'm not in a position where I need to make the best move. I just need to make a move and not worry too much about it. I'm also visualizing sacrifice on f5 right now, because if takes here, obviously rook has to defend, and then what? maybe we should, before we do anything like that, we double our rooks on the e file. Not sure which rook to use. You know, my gut tells me f to e1, but I've seen situations like this where the engine actually prefers that. We saw this move coming, and we decided we would be moving to the square. Had to make sure. And then hopefully I'm not walking into like some crazy sacrifice here. But there's also a possibility of me bringing my bishop back. Now this knight's here, and I think we would win this pawn. And then if he defends it, I can actually just undermine it. And then push. See, there's things. There's a lot of moving parts here. Interesting move. I don't want that at all. That seems rather dubious. But also that kind of walks into this move. Threaten the rook. I guess your move is here. And then here. Move here. There's things are happening. Things are happening in this position. I'd like to get rid of this knight. And obviously I don't want to open up my king like that, even though we are in relatively calm position. Never mind, no we're not, because bishop here actually just opens my ass. Excuse my language. I obviously saw this, but, you know, just not that moved by it. But, I don't know, I kind of wish it was paying more attention, especially, like, a queen here would be devastating, obviously, but, you know, there's nothing. Ben 5 will please close your eyes, but, like, nothing in F3 couldn't fix, you know? Like, just because something's usually a bad move doesn't mean it's a bad move now. And if nothing else, I mean, no, that would trap a queen. No, it wouldn't. No, you can just take it. Sorry, I'm not paying a lot of attention. No, but I have to remember that if I'm unable to take, then... Okay, I just looked at this line. I just looked at this. Bishop here. I like this move a lot, I think. I honestly think bishop back here is a good move. And then he'll probably do some, like, sacrifice of sorts. Which makes me consider, like, do I just go F3 to prevent any of that? It's just F3 is so positionally weakening, but I don't see he doesn't have a dark square bishop. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I like this move. All right, I'm trusting my gut. We'll look at it after the game. I think this is a good move. I think in my heart of hearts, this is a good move. And I can't wait for all of you to be screaming at me in the comment section, if you so choose. Like, oh my god, what are you doing? How do you make a move like that? And probably there's some tactic that I'm missing that could just blow things up right here. But I think it's okay. We're one move late is our issue here. But are we? Because I could go here, threatening the rook, and I'd essentially win. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'd lose. I'd be trading 2 pieces. I probably should have moved the rook first, or the bishop first, but it's not the end of the world. Or is it? My knight's kind of trapped. My knight is exquisitely trapped. However, what can I do about that? Yeah, it was definitely a terrible move. In hindsight, I definitely should have gone bishop back. It's a tough move to spot, even though I literally spot it myself. Is there a way to just here take here? I fucking did the. I didn't mean to do the move. I didn't mean to move there. That's a little embarrassing. That's funny. That's really funny. It does allow me. Funny enough, I will be able to get my knight out of this, or at least trade. I didn't mean to open up this file. Because it was either this move or this move, in which case takes, and we're in roughly the same spot. So that's really funny. I didn't mean to move there, but I probably would have ended up doing it. It's just in this position, 100% bishop c3 is the move, or bishop c1 is the move. And yeah, there's the only reason to go there is to go there. And then this, it's going to be a really tough position from here onwards. But it's solvable. It's solvable. So the queen's looking at that. Don't do anything stupid. Queen here. And then obviously we're expecting this move, in which case king h1. No, that would, but that allows this bishop. I cannot point today. This bishop here. It's an interesting situation. I definitely blundered, but you know, we can solve this. And now, do we actually just say screw it? Like, I think my king is relatively safe in the center of the board. I think that's what I'm going to argue that my king is safe here. I think my king is completely fine. What can you do about it? I'd like to keep my rooks connected, but also I could defend this pawn. Or just ask go here. There's a lot of moves. A lot of moves. I'm actually fine with my position. I wouldn't... No, I definitely should move this at the bare minimum, though. No, because then that allows this. And then... Sorry, I'm contemplating here. I'm going to move my king. I think. And then the next move is bishop here, hopefully, which I should have done a long time ago to get some threats onto this f4 pawn. I feel like if we can get this f4 pawn out of the way, we can start having some chances. It's a similar situation. Do I not just here? No, that I'm kind of running out of spaces for my king to go is the funny part. I could give up another pawn, and then his bishop, kind of asking what is he doing, but then we'll be 2 pawns down. I think we just cover our bases here. Not very often do you see everything tied down, but I'm actually seeing, I mean, be my guest, you know? Where are you planning to move? Here, I guess? My heart is actually kind of telling me, because now that this bishop is lined up here, I kind of do have like a, not devastating per se, but just a very nice attack. Also, wait, can I just move here? I can definitely just move here. And then, like, where's your rook going, bro? Go here. I'm gonna go here and vaguely threaten your rook, I guess. And also that defends the piece. We're still in the situation I was in before, but if only I'll be able to move this pawn up. I'll move the pawn up, which could result in even more weakenings. I think I'm finally going to move this bishop. And it's going to be a multiple move maneuver of pawn up, queen over here, attack this, and in the meantime he could go there. Or defend it another way, like such. But he's obviously threatening to go here. But what if I just tell him I don't? What if I don't care? You know, like. And then if his knight moves at any point, we just, or sorry. Yeah, if his queen moves from the square, like, good game. But you know, he's 1300. I'm not trying to like, oh, hope he doesn't see it. It's more so just I'm seeing possible tactics in which I'm able to win this pawn because the queen is tied down to both of these. So hopefully find a way to move the knight. And naturally, I don't know, it's gonna be a process, but we have some chances here, you know. It's not a move I would have made because am I walking into something that I don't see? Like, it was a free pawn, but like this is a free pawn that you can't take. And then you have to move your queen, right? Where do you move your queen? Because then I just take your rook. And if you move your queen here, threatening mate in one, or not mate in one, but like a mate. Joke's on you. I also have mate in one. Wait, this is so interesting. This is so interesting because this is a free rook. You know, like what? I think we might have a chance here. There's probably some defense that I'm not seeing that like ties all this together, but right now, I think we might have been able to call this. Like we're looking pretty decent right now. Yeah, a lot of things happening in this position. And you know, there were probably a million ways I could have been up that someone my level definitely should have seen, but you know, it's okay. Not everything has to be perfect. As long as you have fun and you win the game, because it's not very fun losing, is it? Okay. Okay. It's a free rook. It's for sure a free rook. Literally can't even take it back. My gut is telling me, like, just force a queen trade. You're up a bunch, and then I might even be able to find a mate in that position. But if not, we just tell his knight it's no good, you know? So, yeah. I think we're in a good spot here. Just don't walk into something stupid. That still... Okay, it's the same position. You just effectively won a pawn. Must take... I'm threatening your knight and also a discovered attack. It's boring, but I'll trade the queens here. And then, obviously, his only response is that. So, what do you want? What do you want, man? Because my dream here is he takes my bishop and I just get my rook in. Yeah, this nice open file. I'm up a piece. I'm up a rook for a pawn, basically. I can... And then... What, he takes my light square bishop? Do it. Can I find a mate here? Can I find a mate? Check. Not a lot of moves. Go here. And then we're obviously going to move here. Next move. And then I'll find a mate. I'll find a mate, for sure. And I was definitely able to trade rooks there. His only possible counterplay is this pawn, but I'm staying in view of it, so. Yeah, if he went here, threatening this rook, I would just go here, and then. Okay. I trust that there's a mate here. Oh, this is his only square. That's his only square. How about I remove that? It's got to be somewhere, you know? If I went here, 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 assuming he doesn't make a move, or doesn't move the king, it's here, legal move, here, here. So if he doesn't move the king, I have a mate. In a very exciting game. Just hoping he makes a move here. I'm not quite sure. I mean, he has, like, defenses. So... Okay. That... Does... Huh? Here. Check. If you go here. I bring my bishop in. Or, wait. Check. Check. No. I think... I'd like to go here first, no matter what. I'm trusting that there's going to be a mate somewhere. And if not, just trade. Just trade. 2. 2 rooks. The mate's here. The mate's here. And if not, we're in a devastating position. You know? You have no checks. I think this is mate. Mate in a few moves. All right. Win the bishop. I'll find a way to stop that. I don't even think I need to. I think there's a mate somewhere in this. And there it is. That was a fun game. I'll review it on chess.com just because I have my free thing. Is it? I suppose I'm gonna have to change my view of it. Hope you guys were able to see that whole time. That'd be embarrassing if you did not, because that was a fun game. What's Alt? I have to hold Alt, I think. I'm not very good at OBS. Hey, here it is. Okay. Here we go. And then we can remove Spider and the red panda. And that was me in that picture with him. So let's review. 78% accuracy, not great. I imagine there were a lot of moves where they didn't like it. This is probably when I was debating on what to do, but they say there was a brilliant move somewhere in here, which I'd like to see. So we start off with an Alapin. I was correct, that was the right move. Yep, we got a nice center. And then develop. They think that move is bad. So I have a move here that I should see. And it's bishop here. Bishop here. No, what do they want? You know? I'm not very good at French-like structures. How do you not see this? What are you doing? Yeah, because then, boom, you gotta go somewhere. Okay, it's a move I should definitely be seeing. Again, they're gonna want that for a while. They actually see a tactic to win a pawn here. I don't. Let's see. Here. They want queen out? Okay. As opposed to retaking? Because what happens if I retake? You're actually kidding me. And... But then... They want a Greek gift sacrifice. Wow. They want a Greek gift. That's crazy. You know, I suppose I should have seen that, being that I spoke about it when developing my bishop, but whatever. And it's the same. It's gonna be the same thing for a while. They don't. This is something I like. I didn't go for en passant here intentionally because I didn't like this position. I hated this position, actually. It's equal trade, but like, bro, you have the freest file of all time. Whatever. The engine knows best, but, you know. And then again, I know I'm in a good spot. That was fine. Okay, they would have moved it, that file. That makes sense. They hate this move. They actually, this is a game-losing move. They just wanted me to develop. You know? I totally understand why. Here. You've won a pawn for free. Yeah, just develop next time. Just develop next time. You can also go, yeah, develop. Even here, I imagine is better. This is, I don't think it's terrible. Yeah, just develop, dude. What are you doing? So I'm very, very fortunate they didn't spot that. And then we end up getting a good position out of it. We're able to develop. Again, they hate it. They hate the queen. I understand they want to develop first. It's just what's wrong with the spot. They see, I see that. But then we're in an even position. That's fine. That's not fine. Yes, I recall this. Interestingly, they wanted bishop out here, but I liked this move. What did they think? Am I just the greatest chess player of all time? In hindsight? Wait, hold on. This is I'm in a worse position? What do you mean it's the best move? Whatever. The engine doesn't make any sense. I'm able to threaten to win a knight. This is what I was referring to, actually. When I should have gone here. Yep. This is what I was referring to. And yep. Definitely. It's just I saw this sacrifice and I hated it. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta accept it. This is, yeah, like legitimately great move. I'm losing a knight. I'm losing a knight. How? Never mind, I totally see how. That's not great. That's not great. He misses the tactic, thankfully. They just hate me in this game. They think I'm terrible. And then eventually he they hate this move now. Wow, this is getting embarrassing. And then yeah, right here, which I said was a blunder, and I trusted that there was a mate. Okay. Win the rook for free. Force a queen trade. And then how long does it take me to find a mate? It's mate in 4. Okay, I'm just kind of stupid. It doesn't matter. Mate in 1. Who cares about mate in 1 when you can have a free bishop? And then we find the mate. There we go. Okay. That's going to be the end of the video. 42 minutes. I'll probably try and chop this up. Or just upload it raw. I don't know. That sounds bad. But yeah, hope you all have a good rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed watching me struggle at chess, and hopefully I'll see you in the future. Bye.